Hola amigos. So today I unfortunately can't come in. Um, so I just wanted to kind of go through what my expectations are for you guys today. Um, so you're starting off with a quiz. So yeah, even though I'm not there, we're still going to take the quiz. It'll be done a little differently in that you're going to type your answers. So you still get to have, about 5, 6 minutes to study before you start it, but it'll be available. I think just after 9, it'll show up. So you'll click here, and you're going to have 10 vocab words, and you're just going to type how you say each of the vocab words in Spanish. Spelling does it counts, but you will get points back. I will regrade everything, so it'll grade it automatically, but I'll still go back through and make sure that there weren't just like a spelling error, because it'll give you 0 points if you don't spell it how it's listed. So if you have a couple things mixed up, I'll go back and give you a half point for those. Um, so after you're done, you submit it. You will be able to see your score after, though. Again, remember your score should improve afterward. Yeah, if you have spelling errors, that is. If you leave it blank or you're way off, then it'll be what it is. After you're done with the quiz, we're going to go to Schoology. We've got Pretérito Cinco, and it's listed at the top of your Schoology page. I also made a video here where I go through all the conjugations for you. So if you have any questions, you can refer to this video. If you can go through this video, and I think it's like 6 minutes long. And if let's say, oh, okay, so I want to know, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but you could just skip ahead somewhere in the video. It'll hopefully work. I just uploaded it, so it's probably still maybe a little bit screwed up there. But anyway, you don't need to use this video at all for the conjugations. If you go through it just fine and you understand what you're doing, you're good. But if you want to skip ahead and go like, okay, number 13 was a little bit confusing, so skip ahead to number 13 and you can see me kind of go through it. I don't go through it a ton, but I kind of will maybe remind you of some things. If you need help with the new stuff, I'm going to just go ahead and scroll down to right here, the preterite. We would have recently went over layer, caer, creer, and oír. You can refer to these videos that I have that go over these 4 specific verbs if it's one of those, or you can look at this if a verb ends in uir. So like the first around 10 verbs on Schoology today are related to these 2 topics, and then there's some morphine verbs on there too and some other ones. But so if you need more help, refer to these videos or these notes right here. All right, so after Schoology, I do have the vocab review. You can just do this in your tables, just kind of go through it and see what you guys recognize. Just a couple minutes here, just go through. You don't need to write anything down, but see what you know ahead of time without looking anything up. And then you can click here, respuestas, and it'll show you my translations. Couple verbs that we're going to be working with that were on your vocab list for this quiz are torcer and prohibir, and they're a couple verbs that are conjugated a little funny, so I just wanted to point them out. Notice right here, torcer, it is a CER verb, and we usually expect those to be ZCO at the end, but this is one of those exceptions that we talked about. I didn't make you learn this for the present tense quiz. We covered it briefly, but anyways, just conjugated this one out. Tuerzo with a ZO ending. It only happens in the O form with the Z. The rest of it is normal endings that you'd expect it to be, but it's also an OTUE stem changing verb in the boot. So, yo tuerzo, tú tuerces, ella tuerce, nosotros torcemos. Again, we're not in the boot, so there's no stem change here. Vosotros torcéis, accent mark on the E, and ellos tuercen. Prohibir, another one, not too complicated, just has an accent mark. Maybe not easy to see here, but there is an accent mark on this I, and there's an accent mark on this one. Remember, we don't pronounce the H, so we have an O and an I that would go together, and those need to be separated, so we put an accent mark over that I. There's also an accent mark on this I, and over here with ustedes, there's an accent mark on that I as well. It's so the accent mark is on the I in the boot. I bring it up because when we do one of the structures later on, today, you're going to have to use this verb, prohibir. You're going to have to use it in the third person. So it's either going to be prohíbe, accent mark on that I, or prohíben, accent mark on the I. All right. So moving on. We went over adverbs last class. We talked about, how to form the structure. When you have an adjective, we want to turn it into an adverb. We just have to add that suffix mente. But remember, we have to go to the feminine form of the adjective first. For example, rápido, we have to become rápida, and then we add mente, and we get rápidamente. The accent mark will keep in the same spot if you have one. So this one has one here, and that's the only one. That means it's the only one that has the adverb has an accent mark. You can click here and it'll show you all the answers. Again, this should be something that you do with your tables. Just go through it together. And now here, estructuras con se. This is kind of the main point of today, is I want you to be able to look at these notes right here and go through just this specific set. This goes over this this top one here is from the book, and it goes over two different concepts all in one. I really just want to do the one concept. So it's going to be the impersonal expressions, or the passive voice, it's sometimes referred to as. So we'll click on these notes and just check these out. I did limit this to just the stuff that I want you to learn about today. There's more to this, but right now, I want you to work on those. So you can see these notes, look through them. It just looks like there's like 3 slides to it. So I want you to look through the notes, try to get an idea of how to do this. And then hopefully we'll have time to practice it later on in class today. But before we do that, I had an assignment I posted last class. I don't think we had that much time to work on it, but the double object pronouns, I put it in Vista again for today to try to, for you guys to practice this again. This video walks you through it too. So if you're having problems with number 3, again, you can skip ahead in the video to go to number 3. Yeah, it still doesn't work. Okay. Hopefully it'll work for you guys. I know either way, yeah, I'm trying to open the link within the OneNote, but you can click on this and it'll open up the YouTube link where it's at. So you can still go through it just the same way. Hopefully, if you can get it to embed within OneNote, that probably is more ideal. But anyway, use this video to walk through it if you need it. I think you will. It's a pretty tough activity. Then we have another activity that's posted in the Vista. I also go through it with you here if you need that help. It is here, but it's the second one. So pretty loaded plan. Let's just, get through what you can get through. Talk to me if you can't get through everything, let me know. I think you should be able to get pretty far. I made a lot of videos for you guys to help, clarify things, but feel free to reach out to me too. Also, just a little heads up, pretérito tres, next class, verb quiz. We're going to add on to that huir verbs and the caer, creer, leer, and oír. Ok, espero que ustedes tengan un buen día. Hasta la próxima.